So today guys, we're talking about Peloton once again. I've made multiple videos on the channel over recent weeks as the stock dipped massively down here. You guys know that I've been buying heavily on this dip. I've built out a big position in Peloton. And right now we're already getting a breakout here, guys, where this stock is starting to move higher. And I'm going to show you some technical indicators, some fundamentals that I've looked through, some news related items around the stock, and pretty much everything pointing to why this could possibly be running to new all-time highs very soon, guys. So even though it's, breaking out of this rut here at $123 per share today, I think there's still a ton more upside, and it's not too late to get into the stock, which is why I wanted to make this video for you here today. So guys, if you appreciate this video and you appreciate me updating you on this stock kind of throughout this whole saga, when I was buying, when it was down, and now when it's starting to recover, drop a like down below and share this video with a friend. It helps the channel out tremendously. But anyways, let's start off with the charts here, okay? So the charts tell me that Peloton, it's pretty much created a bottom. It's done. It's moving higher now. And if you zoom out on a longer time frame here, this is the daily chart. You can see the 200 moving average was kind of where it hovered around for a few weeks, after this big sell-off in the market. And I've been accumulating shares all up in here. My cost basis in the stock is just shy of $120. So yes, I am in the green now. And guys, this is why dollar cost averaging is just so powerful. I started buying this stock well above 120. And then I just bought heavier as it dropped lower because I saw even more value and less risk involved, with a ton of technical indicators like a strong bottom, oversold levels, everything pointing towards why I should be buying more. And I did. I trusted my gut, trusted my analysis, and now we're seeing the benefits of this. So could the stock now kind of, pull back a little bit and, kind of move sideways for a little while more after this strong move today? Possibly. But these are the indicators I'm looking at. A strong breakthrough of the 50 and 100 moving averages on the daily, combined with strong volume here today, kind of tells me that this one's ready to move higher. So now I'm going to actually go through and update my modeling for this and kind of give you guys some perspective on this. But let me just go over a piece of news that was around Peloton that I think you should know if you're considering this stock. Here we can see that Peloton about a week ago closed on a deal with Precor. So this was an acquisition that was kind of in the works for a while. A lot of people didn't even know about this. They don't know what this company does. And let me just tell you, this is huge for Peloton's future. Now, Precor is a company that actually provides fitness equipment, things like gyms, to things like hotels, even at-home equipment. If you wanted to get it, you can get it through this company. And they're massive. They have a huge amount of reach globally. And that's why Peloton recognized this, and they're like, we got to buy this company to expand our reach. And guys, with this deal closing now, they paid $420 billion in cash for this company. So no shareholder dilution, no debt, none of that. Peloton's still a very strong business here fundamentally. But this is definitely one of the biggest catalysts that I've been waiting for, and I think a lot of other investors have been waiting for. Now that this is kind of in the rearview mirror, we can see a lot more upside in Peloton stock. Just think about it. All the money that this business here used to earn previously is now going to be bundled into Peloton. So of course our models have to change, our outlook has to change. It's going to be a more profitable, larger, more revenue driven business than it was before. And this is all good news for Peloton. So this is kind of where Peloton sits today, okay? It's $36 billion market cap, still fairly small if you ask me, based on where I think this company is going. And if we look at what analysts have to say here, they see 124% growth this year, $4.1 billion. And next year, they see this growing at 35%, which is around $5.5 billion. Now, in my opinion, this is extremely conservative. I think the 2022 numbers are sandbagging it massively. The CEO has come out and said on record that he expects hyper growth from this business. He doesn't expect triple-digit growth anymore because that's kind of, it was a perfect storm for them to really achieve this in the last year or two. But going forward, he expects hyper growth. Is 35% hyper growth? No, I would consider this a good high growth company, but not hyper growth. I would see hyper growth as 50% plus year over year. And I think that's probably what Peloton is going to be able to post for the next few years. So this number right here, sandbagging it, setting up this company, setting up the stock for a huge breakout on strong earnings. So now what I figured we'd do is kind of update my model just a little bit here to see, okay, what is the real upside still with this stock? Is it still a good value? So here's kind of my charts here. This is taken directly from Peloton's earnings release. They've provided full 2021 guidance of $3.9 billion. So I've kind of kept that flat. But now with the acquisition, things like that, this is probably going to be increased. So I'll be using Yahoo Finance's updated model here of 4.1 billion average. So if I go in here, update this to $4.1 billion, and then I go and I update the actual market cap. So I believe it's $36.4 billion now. So I just update all these figures right here. We can see what we're paying for this business today on a conservative basis. Now I'm assuming, next year they grow 30%. After that, they grow 25% or so. I think that's fairly conservative. So using this model, I'm paying less than a 10 price of sales for this company for this year. This is a business that's focused on SaaS. They're a subscription company. They're a strong software business. They have recurring revenue. These are things the market absolutely loves. So for it to trade under a 10 price of sales, that is cheap. I think this company should be trading at a much higher premium, at a more expensive price of sales, and we're getting a bargain here with this stock. We look at just a couple of years with conservative growth numbers, you're getting a 6, 5, 4 price to sales for just a few years out growth. These are numbers I like to see. These are investments I like to bet big on. Now, if we just go here over to Stock Row, I have this open. What I do want to show you guys real quick is just how quickly and rapidly this business is growing. Okay, it's 2017, 2018, 2019. These were numbers before everything that happened last year. This company was doubling their revenue well before all of the stuff in 2020. What 2020 did was just accelerate that and continue that momentum. Close to another double up, another double up. It's gonna keep growing, guys. It's gonna keep getting stronger. It's gonna keep pulling in a ton of revenue. And if they maintain their high margins here of 40+%, it's gonna equate to a ton of cash on the bottom line. This is a positive free cash flow business. This was kind of an anomaly year, but going forward, this company is going to be pulling in over $500 million in free cash flow in coming years as per expectations. So there's a lot that people are overlooking with this stock. The numbers speak for themselves, in my opinion. You can't ignore the fundamentals of Peloton. What I do also want to quickly show you here under snapshots, if we look at the price of sales historically, you can see that this company is right now at around 11 price sales today. The one I calculated right here is a forward price of sales of 8. So on average, we're, if you look at this, we're sitting at around an 8, 8.5, 9 price of sales on average. So if that's the case, we consider 9 to be an average price of sales for Peloton. We are getting it undervalued here, even after today's move up. And I'm not the only one with this thought process that this company is severely undervalued, guys. Analysts still see huge upside in this stock, over 31% upside, $160 price target, which is sandbagging it still. And if we look at some of the more bullish analysts, updates recently from some analysts, Merrill Lynch has a 175 price target, KeyBank has 185. We have some more bullish analysts at 190, 180, even some at 200 here at JP Morgan Chase, reputable 5-star analyst. So needless to say, the consensus for the most part, apart from this unknown, unranked analyst, which, I'd kind of just ignore this, to be honest, no reputation here to really go by. The general consensus is good upside for this coming year. When you look at numbers like this, much higher than what it is today, you look at fundamentals of the business like this, strong growth, extremely strong model, brand, all these kind of things bundled together. You have a business that, in my opinion, is a steal and has the potential to make us a ton of money over the long term. The more I researched into Peloton, the more I really added to my position, built up my position. It now sits as one of my core stocks in my portfolio. No plans to sell. I think this one's going to be, what is it? Today it's sitting at like a $30 billion market cap, right? 36 billion. I think this can easily double in the next few years. I think this should be a $100 billion to $200 billion company over time. And you may think that's crazy because, they just sell fitness equipment. But no, if you look at it from the lens of this is a software subscription type business that just happens to sell hardware as well, then you start to see the true power of Peloton. And with this recent acquisition, guys, don't sleep on this. This one is going to make us a lot of money. Anyways, guys, hope this video provided you some insight here. Remember, it's not too late, in my opinion, to buy Peloton. I think we have a lot more upside to go. Remember, the highest before this whole crash was 170. We're sitting at 120 now, still around, let's see here, around a 37% upside to go back to all-time highs. And then I think we burst past that. We're going to go 50, 60, 70%, possibly even by the end of this year. I don't typically like to come out here and be ultra bullish on stocks, but when I see opportunities like this, it just gets me so excited. I put my money where my mouth is, and I am behind this business from an investment perspective. Anyways, guys, hope this video is valuable. If it was, again, hit that like button down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.